appreciate you for taking this time to sit down with me.
Mellow on the beat.
I got so much on my mind. Let me see, where can I start? Yeah. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ashton Martin. You are tuning in to Solid Lyrics episode 1, and today we are breaking down therapy. The story behind therapy is actually quite interesting. It's one of the first tracks that was written for Solid, but it's actually one of the last songs that was finished for Solid. Moved into being an artist full time. It's about 3 a.m. I just got home from the Guild Gallery. Shout out to the Guild Gallery. I was hosting tonight, and I was just in this mood. Like, I had this mode on myself. Like, I had feelings that were just trapped inside. A lot of stuff was going on. So I just got my notepad and started writing. I didn't even have a beat for therapy when I first wrote therapy. I posted at VHS. Shout out to VHS. Shout out to B. Shout out to Roland. And Mello was in the lab, and he was just cooking up, throwing out beats, cooking up, just playing beats. And I heard one of the beats, and it stood out to me. Pretty much from there, the rest was history. That's how therapy came to be what it is. All right, now let's break down the lyrics to therapy. This that therapy, right on the edge if I can care at least about how anybody feel, who really there for me. Sometimes it get hard to tell like a back of a dog. Would say I'm moving forward, but I got my back on the wall. I got everybody pulling me in every direction, and I'm just trying to stay grounded like a POTUS electric. Every single dollar bill, I try to hold it and stretch it, cause that money coming slower than some snow in the desert, Lord help me. And at this time when I was saying I was feeling convicted, this was the feeling that I was feeling. I was feeling like boxed in, caged in, like I was wanting to reach a new level, but it's like I was being grounded. And I had people pulling me in every single direction, telling me what I should do, what I shouldn't do. It was really like a lot going on in that time. And that was me really expressing these feelings. I quit my job, it wasn't working, ironically. But them bills still coming and coming like they finding me. And I can't tell my landlord that I'm out here trying to rap. He be like, yeah, that's cool, but nigga, where my money at? Told my fam that my time is really near. And they looking like I thought your time already hit. Yeah, me too. But God time different from mine. You can't hold this weight I hold. I got a different spine. They talking hype or the drugs, but I'm a different kind. They get hyped off the buzz, but I got a different mind. And they just talk, I paint pictures while I'm spitting these lines. While they tired, I'm rolling like tires. No Michelin sign. Nah. At this time I was also talking about when I transferred from a full independent artist. These were the struggles that I was dealing with. One, you got financial issues that you're dealing with. Everybody thinks that this music thing, it just comes at one time. You know what I'm saying? Just because they see, it's a lot of perception. But in reality, it takes time to get to where you want to be. Therapeutic, rejuvenated the movement. In my zone, I'm just cooling. Like a fan belt that's moving. Truly, I hate when people try to go and take advantage of me, because I show enough love to feel a planet believe. And the thing about me that make them trip, in fact, is I'm surprised at any time that I get that back. I get mad at myself, like you must forgot who you used to be, because I would bring hell if I even felt you was using me. In this business, you deal with a lot of snakes. It's like you have to learn how to differentiate the people who really care for you, really support you, and those that just want to leech off of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what that's talking about. And it also shows me as growth as a person, because back in the days, I used to be a totally different person I am. I react totally different. But as you grow older, you learn to realize every action doesn't require a reaction. And that's what that was really talking about. I guess that signs that my mind really matured, only tied to the divine. I'm just trying to keep it pure. I see that sickness on the rise, yeah, and I know the cure. Look yourself up in the eyes and get rid of that insecure. And that's really speaking on us as a society. It's kind of like you see the same thing. It's like everybody puts on this overlay of cockiness, but it's like I see straight through it, and I really peep the insecurities on a lot of people, and I feel like it's a sickness on the rise, and I feel like everybody needs to take a stand back and look yourself in the mirror and really have that conversation with yourself. Like, is this really me, or is this an insecurity that I'm showing? What keeps me level is the tie that I have to the divine, my Lord. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what keeps me level-headed. That's what keeps me on the straight and narrow path, and really looking into myself always. Really asking myself, is this really me? Am I really putting myself out, or am I displaying something that's not really me. Time heals wounds, but that don't mean your scars go away. Couldn't stay up in that dirt. You see, I had to grow away. Working a cash job, standing on my feet, then came back to Florida running off 2 hours of sleep. Just to show love and appreciation we have for our queens. It was Mother's Day, in case you ain't know just what I mean. Then get back up on the road, same day, talking back to the A, like we starting over at the Z, back to the A. This is pretty much just talking about the overall grind as an artist. You know what I'm saying? That's a true story. I literally had to run to Florida at this time period off 2 hours of sleep, off of working just like on some regular cash job, just to make some money, just to scratch by, and to get back that same day and get back on the road and go back to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And that's just time heals wounds, but that don't mean your scars go away. And that's just real, you know what I'm saying? Time does heal wounds, but you still remember those scars stick with you. But ain't nothing to it, just do it. That's mind over matter. Don't talk about it, get to it. That's grind over chatter. Hearing my siblings reciting my line, that was my highlight. That's why I keep shining from above like a skylight. In my zone, you would think I'm living in the twilight. Just know there's more to this world than what's up in your eyesight. I see the least looking forward, the most in my hindsight. While y'all living in blindsight. A lot of things that we deal with is mind. You know what I'm saying? It's a matter of mind over matter. Your mind is more powerful than you think. When you set your mind to do something, you can achieve past what your body limits you to do. And that's why I say mind over matter, grind over chatter. You know what I'm saying? You put your mind to it, you can do it. That's simple as that. I was really talking about my siblings and highlight, skylight. That's me talking about my influence. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like I'm influential, especially where I'm from in my city. And it dictates how I move. And it, you know what I'm saying, makes me move a certain way. You move differently when you know you got people looking up to you, when you know you got people listening to you. You feel me? And it's more to this world than what's in your eyesight. It's just keeping in mind that everything is not what you think it is. Just because you see through this lens at this game, you think it's one way. Just know it's a lot going on behind the scenes that, you know what I'm saying, you don't see or we're not able to talk about like that. And I see the least looking forward the most in my hindsight. Like they say, I don't know how, I think it's like 20 high retrospect. Like when you're looking now, you thinking one way, you seeing one way, but then when you think back on things that happen, you get to look at it in a clear way. So your hindsight is always like the clearest vision. You know what I'm saying? You peep things that you ain't even peep at the moment. You don't even know you notice that on the mental. And it's therapeutic. But I feel like a lot of people don't pay attention to their mental. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to do with mental health. And I feel like mental health is an issue that we don't really discuss like that because we're not taught to be therapeutic, my people specifically. We're not taught to really lay out our feelings. And I feel like it's one of those things that run rampant and it either comes out one way or the other. And I feel like this music is my outlet to be therapeutic. This is how I let out how I feel. And so that's how I came out with therapy. And you just heard the breakdown. So yeah, that was therapy. If you haven't heard therapy, make sure you go to Solid right now and check it out. It's available on all music platforms, Tidal, Apple Music, Google Play, YouTube, anywhere you can find music. Just search Ashton Martin Solid and it'll come up. If you have heard therapy, go check it out again. And if you caught something that you didn't catch before, reach out to me. I like getting the feedback on it. Let me know that this video was insightful and helpful to you. You can follow me at @thereal_Ashton Martin on IG. Twitter, I'm TR_Ashton Martin. Please visit my website at www.ashtonmartin.info. That's www.ashtonmartin.info. Love, peace, and love to all y'all. Make sure you go download and stream and cop Solid. Get some Solid merch. Do that ASAP right now. Support independent artists. We live for y'all. You already know. The story behind